Alright guys, this is like my mixed tank, my 75 gallon. A lot of these guys, I bought little, growing them out. I'll either one of two things, either put them in the 125 or I'm going to take them back and trade them in. There are some guys that are permanents, the Johanny, the Sunshine, the Blue Acara. These guys are ones that I could never get rid of, so kind of my originals, and so they're along. Same with the Tropheus. They're along for the ride. So this guy here, the electric blue Ali, got him at Pet Supply Plus, like $6. He was obviously much smaller. See him a few videos back, you could probably pick him out, but he's really starting to pay off. I'm going to give him another month or two, maybe right after the first of the year, throw him in the 125, but I'm extremely happy with him. Got the Mylochromis anaphrenimus. He's doing really well in here, but just no color to him. And if I put him in any other tank, he's really passive, so just kind of gets bullied. So he's in here. He does seems to do pretty good. So that's pretty much this tank. Unfortunately, like I said, it's in the corner of my basement, so don't get a whole lot of appreciation out of it. But that's it. And we got right over next door, we got the 180. Like I said, the water change I just finished up in both these tanks, so it's got a little bit of particles in it. You got the Peacock Bass up there. I don't know if I showed the new scape in my last one or not, but I did kind of switch it around a little bit, put the trees over there. I'm still looking for some driftwood, to lay across the back there. I thought that'd be pretty cool. But really nothing else has changed in this tank since you've seen it. The only thing is the Texas got a little roughed up. I actually tried to catch him to get him out, and he was hiding and wouldn't let me, so it's on him now to survive. So the Peacock Bass was chasing him around the other day, but kind of left him alone today though, so we'll see what happens. But this is the one side of my basement where the laundry's at and everything. This is the 180 and then the 75. Wanted to do this too. I forgot to do it last video. Not so much the marine land. That's algae wafers for the catfish. But this carnivore, I don't know if many people have the Central American cichlids and South American cichlids. This carnivore from Northfin always, African cichlids, which obviously it's great for, but really does good job with these guys. These guys love it. Really wasn't going to do a feeding, but take out a couple of these. These are the 10 millimeters, so they're pretty good size. I'll just drop it right in, and that's how good it goes right after it. And like I said, with the peacock bass, being pellet trained is a big deal. And actually, when I got them from my local fish store, the guy he told me he only ate Hikari. He wouldn't eat anything else. He's tried before, but I got these from Jay Wilson, and I mean, the first time they hit the water, he took them, so it's pretty awesome. And it honestly saves a ton of money on like a live food. And there's another one, so he eats it pretty quick. Okay, so we'll go through the door here, and we got the 125. I'll drop down a little bit here because of the light, but nothing's really changed in this tank. I got to do a water change tomorrow. I might even do it a little bit later tonight. With these guys, I really haven't added anything. Haven't taken anything out. Nobody's died, thankfully. So everything's pretty much the same. What I might actually do though is trade a couple fish in. I think I talked about this last video. I don't know if I really got into them though. The redfin borlei right in the middle. Got the azurus up top, and then might get rid of the ivory head mulatto. Nothing wrong with this guy as far as the appearance. I really like him. See, he's kind of smaller, especially compared to the borlei there, but just an absolute, I guess, dominant fish, for lack of better terms. You can see the sand pile that and of course everybody's in the way. There you go. That's all him. He does bully these guys around quite a bit, so He's up in the air because I really like him. I really like the blaze on him. But I don't know. Might have to put him in like the 75 for a little bit and see if he calms down. But that's about it with this tank. Everything's doing good. I'm gonna get up here. Got the TV. We've got the Ohio State game going on. 35-3, so it's pretty much a blowout. Kind of expected. Now, when I'm sitting down in the chair, this is what I got to see. I got the 125, I've got the TV, and then I've got the 220. So it's a pretty nice wall. As you see it. And here's the 220. Changed the rock around a little bit, but you know I always do that. The Venustus pretty much runs the show. He's up in the top. He chases around. He actually squared off pretty hard with the living stone eye earlier. But that was pretty much the only spat that I've really noticed. They chase each other around a little bit, but it's when you talk about dominance, it's pretty funny. Pretty much the Buccochromis chase the other Buccochromis, and then the Nimbochromis chase the other Nimbochromis. It's really like species centric as far as the chasing, but it's all pretty minimal. But anyway, like I said, everybody's doing good. The only thing I was going to keep an eye on here, as you see him right here, I'm trying to zoom in, is the zoom in too much, and of course he goes back there. He's the Exochromis. I talked in a previous video about him possibly being in the northern style, which is a more of a silver, which he is, compared to like the yellow. But now I'm starting to wonder if he possibly is a female. So got him from Ron Cichlids as a wild caught, so maybe he's a northern, maybe he's a wild caught. So we'll see. Gonna kind of keep my eye out on it, and honestly I wouldn't be too upset if it was a female, because then I could have a chance to have some Exochromis fry. Would be pretty awesome. So that's about all I got going on here, guys. I know it's ran a little bit long, but like I said, this is my fish room, the view, and just remember, guys, they're just stupid fish videos. Take care and have a good weekend.